in 7.1, we all need to be wide walking together. We need a wide walk train. Anyway, so we don't have class changes or balances with the 7.1 preliminary patch notes, but we do have everything else. So I thought, why not go through, get excited for Crossroads. Let's go! All right, we are proud to present the patch notes for Crossroads, which follows the Warrior of Light's continued adventures on the continent of Tyrell and features the first installment in the new Alliance Raid series, Echoes of Vanadiel, in which the worlds of Final Fantasy 11 and 14 collide. I haven't played Final Fantasy 11, but the general consensus from fans of 11 that I've seen is extreme hype. I think it's really wonderful when something shows so much respect to the source material or the original things that it's referencing. And it seems like with the Alliance Raid, from what we've seen so far, with the main city or the main part of it being implemented into the Alliance Raid series from FF11, it feels like it's very passionately, respectfully, beautifully done. And it's just fantastic, right? All right, so we have all of these patch notes to go through. All right, so 7.1 contains content that can only be accessed by registering for the expansion packs. All right, well, that makes sense. Playable content, part 1. The new main scenario quests have been added. The next part of the MSQ. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm live and up to date and I'm not going through the massive backlog of like 10 years worth of content in a year. I'm going to be live the same as everyone else. It's so exciting. Like where is it going from here, you know? All open to interpretation. A royal invitation. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if I want to read the quest names. I think that, I was gonna say it might be spoilers, right? Because I don't know if I want to know. But at the same time, they have question marks because they are also very considerate of spoilers, which I also love. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, it's 7. 7 quests for the rats in 7.1. Why so many 7s? What is this number? All right, well, we got 7 quests. When a new main scenario quest is available in the vicinity, its position will now be indicated on the map. Oh, okay. So previously, you kind of have up here, right, an indication that you've got another main scenario quest, and it says to be continued. If you are caught up and up to date. But I guess what this means is it will also appear on your mini-map. So it will change up here, but also like indicate on your mini-map, which I think can be helpful. It's like a little quality of life thing. And the Chronicles of a New Era quest have been added. Echoes of Vanadiel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if not. Oh, this is the character we saw in the trailer, I think. Or maybe not, but she looks cool either way. An otherworldly encounter. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4 quests with the Alliance Raid series. I am extremely excited for the Alliance Raid series because in Endwalker, I feel like one of the peaks of Endwalker for me was the Alliance Raid series. I found the whole theme, the story, the spectacle of the content and the fights, the whole thing was just peak for me. And I absolutely adored Pandemonium as well. The fact that 2 of my favorite things in Endwalker is kind of optional content, right, outside of the MSQ, and yet hit for me like peak MSQ is incredible. So not to set myself, you know, unrealistic expectations or unfair expectations, I'm just saying I'm really excited about this Alliance Raid series. And we also have an extra quest added to Pandemonium, which is extremely sus. You know? Another quest added to Pandemonium. That's a little bit of an indication towards maybe where the future's going. Or maybe a little bit of a backstory. The Heart of Zabik, yes. But I'm keen to explore where that's going. I know, I'm like sus clap. That's how I feel, yeah. Illidibus sus. That doesn't work. All right. Pelu Pelu added allied society quests have been added. Excellent. Okay. I need to finish my allied society quests with the Endwalker and the Stormblood Alliance tribe quests. Allied society settlements. A Pelu Pelu base of operations has been added to Dock Poga, Koza Mauka. Due to this addition, the position of certain monsters, elite marks, and treasure hunt coffers have been adjusted. Issues! How dare they move my favourite mob? Right, that's it. I'm rioting. How could you? An Aetheryte has been installed in Dog Poga. Whoa, that looks pretty. Wait, this whole place looks incredible. Why do I not remember this zone? Hold up. Let me have a little look-see here. Hold up. So it's over here, isn't it? It's over here. Look. Wait, where is this? Oh, Koza. There we go. Yoctorol. So I want wait, how do I see? Oh, here we go. Right, so it's like here, the ferry docks, I guess. Down here. So they've made like a little bit of an adjustment or added an Aetheryte. So I've added an Aetheryte over here. Oh, look, I haven't explored here. Perfect. Can't wait to go exploring there. Ooh, alrighty. That's cool. This is when people are like, yeah, the Aetheryte's already there. You just haven't been there yet, streamer. Looks beautiful though. Look at this. Allied Society quests are comprised of main quests, which chart the trials and tribulations of a specific society, and daily quests involving myriad requests and issues to resolve. I actually love the way that they have repeatable daily quests for reputation and also for XP, because that's how I level a lot of my alt jobs. And yet it's done in a way where you feel really emotionally invested in what's happening, because you're essentially developing an area. I think it's really cleverly done. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who kind of just mindlessly go through and kind of just like skip or whatever. But for example, with the pixie quests in Shadowbringers, you can visually see the change that you're making. And I feel like the story was also very compelling, that even if you're semi-paying attention or skipping, you could still appreciate the fact that you're developing an area and everything looks different and it's exciting. Yeah, so as I was saying, Allied Society quests are really, really well done in FF. As, you know, everything is really well done. And I feel like I always comment on these little things, but I do appreciate how much effort goes into every aspect of the game. Like, you just feel passion and love under every single pebble. And I always like to point it out. And I love how you work together to develop an area, and like, thematically it makes sense, and this is a concept that I'm not used to. Usually when I farm rep, it's to get an item, so I don't care about the rep. It feels like work, you know, like I'm raising my reputation to gain something, and because I'm trying to gain something, that's all I care about, and I don't care about the journey, I care about the destination. Whereas playing through the Allied Society quests, I enjoy the journey. It's not just about the destination, because for me, there isn't really a destination. So that's the change in thinking. I'm not grinding these Allied Society quests to get like a biz piece of gear that's gonna last a day before like Mythic Plus comes out, for example. I'm doing it because I enjoy the content. So I know I'm going in with a different mindset, which is gonna play a huge part to it. But I do also appreciate the fact that the journey is entertaining as well as there being a destination. And that's something that, again, FF14 does really, really well, making the journey feel worthwhile. There you go. So we'll chart the trials and tribulations of a specific society with the daily quests and a myriad of quests and issues to resolve. After completing the first main quest for an allied society, players can accept up to 3 daily quests per day, Earth time. Oh, I hate being on Mars time. Completing daily quests improves your reputation with that society, which in turn unlocks further main quests. Streamer, it means 8 hours of your time. Shh. Ooh, wait, there's a lot of Allied Society quests. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6, 6, 6. I thought it was gonna be 7 again. Players can earn Pelu Pelooms. Oh! Players can earn Pelu Palooms. Why is that so cute? Why is that such a cute currency name? Why am I getting so excited about that? It's the little things, all right? By completing Pelu Pelu daily quests, these can be exchanged with Pavli. Yeah, Pavli in Doc Poga. Doc Poga, ha ha ha. For a variety of items, the number of Pelu Palooms currently held is displayed in the currency window. Yay, new currency and more currency. So I guess that's what you buy the mounts and whatnot with the, like for example with the Pixie quests, you had the currency that you earned through doing the Allied Society quests, and then you'd spend that currency on the rewards, mounts, transmog, or glamour, whatever. All right, the following additions and adjustments have been made to quest progression settings. The option to hide nearby players will no longer hide friends by default. Okay, so you can adjust the setting still, but it just won't be default. In accordance with this change, the also hide nearby party member setting has been changed to also hide nearby party members and friends. That makes sense. When the hide nearby players when close to quest NPC setting is enabled, interacting with a non-quest NPC or object will no longer cause nearby players to reappear. Okay, so a couple of fixes. I mean, that was a really good system that they implemented in Dawn Trail. I feel like when I went to play The War Within, for example, it made me appreciate that setting even more, because you're going to get loads of people doing the questing, right? And it's so hard finding the quest NPC under the abundance of players just buried right in there. It's honestly such a fantastic feature that they've spent so much time, money, effort on such important quality of life features just to make everybody's experience the best it can possibly be, and I appreciate that from the devs. The following adjustments have been made to the quest completion window for quests with selectable rewards. The layout has been adjusted. If the complete button is pressed without selecting a reward selection window will now display. Oh, okay. So rather than it just being like error, you then have like an extra window that says select a reward. Always pick shinies. The following adjustment is made to the duty list. Up to 10 duties can now display simultaneously. The number of duties displayed can be adjusted from hard. Up to 5 duties are set to display simultaneously by default. Icons in the duty list can now be selected to perform emotes or open the crafting log in quests from the 6.5 patch series and earlier. Okay, so in Dawn Trail, they implemented a change where if the quest required you to perform an emote or use an item, you could kind of click on it. I think you could click on the item before, but emote specifically, they changed it so you didn't have to necessarily type it or find it in your emote window. You could click the button. So what they're saying is that they're now applying this to previous quests as well as the Dawn Trail ones, which again, is a very nice quality of life change. When using a controller, the cursor will no longer remain on the duty list after selecting an icon to complete the quest objective. Oh, any controller players happy? I haven't played FF14 on a controller, but it still amazes me how wonderful the optimization is, and it blows my mind that you can play an MMO on a console. It shouldn't, but it does. Because I think I grew, like, I don't know, I think about WoW and WoW not being on a console. Until now, the cursor would remain on the duty list, meaning players would sometimes unintentionally use emotes and key items when attempting to select the confirm button. This adjustment is designed to prevent this issue. That must be a big quality of life change. When carrying out tradecraft guild levs, icons in the duty list can now be selected to open the crafting log. Happy about this one? It's a good change because one of the Arca Sadara quests has you doing /doubt, but the emote button isn't in the duty list at the moment. Yeah, there are probably quite a lot of quests, and as you're saying, especially the Allied Society repeatable quests that feature you doing an emote, which there are a lot of them. It's the doubt one when you go to like, it's like a mine / rock wall. I know the one you're talking about. And yeah, you have to type /doubt every time, or like copy paste or whatever. Yes, very good example. And you can just click on the button now. Da 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 da. Yeah, because when something's reoccurring, and almost daily. I don't know if you have to do it every single day. I'm sure it's on a rotation, but yeah, I was gonna say you could just put it on the hotbars, but it is a small thing where you can just click it rather than having. I mean, who doesn't have all of their emotes keybound anyway? I think you should unbind all your spells and change it for emotes. This is why you need the MMO mouse and keybind all of your emotes. Exactly. If you don't have 7 hotbars dedicated to emotes, you're a filthy casual and I don't want to talk to you. When accessing the map from the journal or duty list, the icon of the selected quest will now be prioritized over other icons on the map. Ah. As an exception, aether icons will be prioritized over quest icons. I mean, that feels like a big change because sometimes it can be hard to know where you're going. I was trying to find, I don't have an active quest, but for example, like when you click on map now, it's kind of obvious, right? But I guess it's making it much clearer. You can do it with the control key. Or maybe I don't have that keybound. Well, either way, it feels like it's a lot of little things that are gonna make quite a big difference to people, right? New chapters have been added to New Game Plus. See, a lot of these little features, as somebody who is new, like I'm kind of fresh out of MSQ, and Dawn Trail is my first time where I've been up to date and current, so I haven't had all this time to spend with most of the features the game has to offer. So, you know, I'm treading through and finding things out for myself. So all these small quality of life changes I can appreciate, but I haven't necessarily seen or run into myself yet. So privileged to come in at a good time. All right, new chapters have been added to New Game Plus. The final quest of each chapter must be completed before it can be unlocked. And we have the Dawn Trail main scenario quests now available for New Game Plus. So that's good, we can relive our Dawn Trail journey, part 1 and part 2. Completing the main scenario quest Dawn Trail will unlock both parts in the New Game Plus. Okay. Tank quests. Oh, the tank role quests. We had these, didn't we have the role quests available? Oh no, sorry, New Game Plus. So now you can New Game Plus the role quest. Yeah, sorry, I got too excited then. Because I know that they're adding another role quest, the kind of bonus role quest once you've completed all the previous ones. I did the Shadowbringers bonus kind of story and it was really good. So I got really excited and I got ahead of myself. But it's adding the individual role quests to New Game Plus. The healer quest, DPS tank, and the Chronicles of a New Era quest, which is Pandemonium. The epilogue of Pandemonium. I actually want to play through Pandemonium again. And then we can do the extra quest as well. I know I played through Pandemonium quite recently. It was this year, I think. But I just loved it so much. The duty tab of the Unending Journey will now be categorized by expansions. Ooh, the duty tab. Duty. Where's my duty? Duty tab. So I guess is it the duty support and now due to Unending Journey? Is that like, is this duty support? So now this will kind of be, oh, it's the in book. Okay. Journal? Something that says in book here. The journal, the quest journal, will now be arranged based on expansion. The book and the inns. The cutscene rewatching. The cutscene rewatching will now be categorized by expansion. Okay. You guys are so vague sometimes. But is it already categorized by expansion? I thought it already was. I thought you went through the top. That's cool. Again, more little quality of life changes. More of those, please. New items are available in exchange for bi-colored gemstones from the gemstone trainer and NPCs in each area. All right, more fate farming. Let's go. Has anyone got the iridescent? It's the iridescent umbrella, isn't it? The kind of shiny, multicolored umbrella. Oh, it was MSQ chapters. It was MSQ chapters and now it'll be categorized by expansion. See, my brain immediately is like, if it's categorized by MSQ, is that not categorized by expansion? But I feel like I'm getting caught up in way too much, like, you know what I mean? Be interesting to see what that looks like anyway. All right, rewards for Brack Skin treasure maps have been adjusted. Rewards for the Cenote Jaja Garal have been adjusted. Ooh. Grand and free companies. The following additions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. New nautical maps have been added, new areas have been added, new items have been added. Maximum submersible rank has been increased from 120 to 125. See, all of this content that's available that I haven't engaged in yet. Subaquatic voyages. How have I not heard of that? All right, well, I guess I know what I'm doing today. That's free company submarines, which you haven't got access to. Oh yeah, I'm FC-less. I'm pathetic. Look at this, FC-less. I'm friendless. Got no friends, that's me. Look at this lonely Okaymage. FC-less and poor. That's me. You know what? If I had friends, I'd be able to do the best content. Oh, Packet Loss, thank you so much for the 20 months. You're amazing. Thank you. Na, 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 na. All right, the interior design of an estate can now be changed. Oh, housing update. This is going to be a very exciting section, I think, for a lot of people. The changes coming in 7.1 are fantastic, especially the housing options. I said this before, but I'm really, really glad that the outside, this might be me being old or like, I don't know, like an old fashioned perspective, but I kind of think as much as I love quality of life, I think there's a very fine line between overly compensating for quality of life and kind of losing something in that process. And I think the fact that you are keeping the outside aesthetic the same while changing the interior only. So if you wanted to live in the Goblet, but you wanted the interior of your house to look like the Heaven's Ward housing area, for example, you have the option to do that, but you don't have this cluster in Goblet of all these different houses having completely different aesthetics and themes. And while yes, you know, that extra customization option being made available, again, is a good quality of life thing, like let everybody have everything, I also feel like you do lose something in that. You kind of lose that sense of community within your housing district. And I don't know how much, some people might say, well, we don't really have that anyway, but I do feel like there's something very special about having an aesthetic in the housing district that you're a part of. But I think that it's very cool that you can change the interior to be whatever you want and have that extra customization. I think that's a good way to implement quality of life and options without taking anything away, you know? So, and they've also removed pillars as well, I think, right? The minimalist style. See, look, this is the minimalist style. This is what I was talking about. They've removed a lot of the pillars. Look how cozy and house-like this looked. Designed with fewer beams and posts, this modest house interior is suited for those with a preference for simpler styles. It also gives you more space. But sometimes people can get very overwhelmed seeing a big open room and trying to do something with that. So I think in some cases, pillars can be a good thing because it breaks the room up a little bit into kind of areas that you can take things in bite-sized chunks a little bit. But having a big open room and designing it how you want and not be restricted with space and that separation is such a huge change, especially for most people who are, you know, housing mains, let's say. I know that interior design and housing is such a huge thing in this game. So I think this opening it up like this is going to be such an exciting change. Players must have furnishing placement authorization to renovate the interior of a private estate. In the case of free company estates, you must also have hall remodeling authorization. Yeah, so you can't just have a random person being like, I'm going to change the interior of my FC. In addition to new interior designs, you may also choose a design originating from any housing area. Very cool. Because like, what if in the winter you wanted, I don't know, some kind of castle theme. And then in the summer, you wanted a bit more of a cozy theme. Even just basic seasonal aspects. But I think, so I joined Preach for his Halloween housing competition. I think it was last year, or was it the year before? I think it was last year. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I think if you're doing housing competitions, or let's say you want to kind of renovate your house to be something else for an event, it adds more options for you to do that. And the more options, the better. Furnishings from the 14 furnishing design contests have been added. Oh! We looked at the weapons from the weapon design contest this year that were getting added. Was there also a furnishing design contest? 2019, 2022. Entries that did not win have also been selected to serve as new furnishings. Where's the 2024 one? I guess these images are the 2024 one. So do you get all of this? Again, I don't want to... Wow, I love this. Is this like a spice rack? It's like a coffee bar. I'm obsessed with watching coffee bar TikToks. They're just so aesthetically pleasing. I watch people make a cup of coffee all day, every day. I just love watching them. And this reminds me of like a coffee station. All the different like jars and things. All right, we also have new orchestrion roles added. Location and duty names previously omitted to prevent spoilers will now be displayed. Oh, I guess we've moved past spoiler territory. New aquarium fish have been added. Fish! I love fish! Fish are my favorite animal. This is my favorite part of the whole entire preliminary patch notes. New aquarium fish have been added. This is the best thing. This is the best part of the whole patch notes. New paintings have been added. Yeah, but who cares because new fish have been added. New seeds. No one cares because there's more fish. Catalia seeds. Catalia seeds can be purchased from the following vendors. Oh, they're quite pretty actually. They look very cute. Oh God. What is this? That's horrifying. Oh, freaking terrifying dolls starages. It looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. Oh wait, the Mandeville Gold Saucer! We're getting more rewards. This is exciting. New prizes are available for purchase using NGP. The following additions have been made to Triple Triad. New cards have been added. New NPC opponents for Triple Triad have been added. Regional rules will now apply to matches in Mare Lamentorium. It's a little clown squirrel. And I feel like I recognize this, but I also can't place it. Oh, thank you lots so much for the level 4 puke train. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And the following additions have been made to Doman Mahjong. They're two Dawn Trail Fate bosses. Oh, I haven't fought the Fate bosses yet. That's why. Oh, I don't recognize either of them. I thought I recognized this one, but maybe not. All right, the new Dawn Trail Fate bosses. And we have character voice lines added to the Doman Mahjong, which I'm sure will be very, very exciting for those Mahjong lovers. To unlock a designated character's voice, the corresponding item is required. These items can be acquired after completing the side quest. Every little thing she does is Every little thing she does is Mahjong. And every little thing she does, and every little thing just turns me on. That's the lyrics. Got there in the end. I know the reference. Yes, I know a reference. Haha, I'm winning today. And the main scenario quest, Heaven's Ward, by speaking with Diboridir in the Gold Saucer and exchanging MGP. I don't know, the drama just flowed then. Additional character voices will become available by progressing through the main story. And then you enable the voices, you navigate and select character. A help button has been added. And a new section covering character voices has been added. Okay, that's cool. I haven't played Mahjong yet, but maybe when the voice lines come out, we can give it a go. I opened the instructions and was like, nope. The following additions have been made to duty support. New duties have been added. A Realm Reborn, Halatali. And in Dawn Trail, the Uwayawata Field Station. Duties that will be supported in future updates will now be displayed in the duty support window. Oh, okay, so people can kind of feel excited about that. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Wondrous Tales. The prizes available in exchange for Chloe's gold, silver, and bronze certificates of commendation have been adjusted. The positions of Chloe's silver certificate of commendation ×3 and Chloe's gold certificate of commendation have been switched in the 3 lines tier of the reward list. As a result of this change, players level 60 to 99 may now select Chloe's gold certificate of commendation as a reward for completing 3 lines in their Wondrous Tales journal. So I remember the Wondrous Tales journal. Oh, don't look. I freed up some space yesterday, okay? It was a lot better than what it looked like yesterday. Oh, okay, I can't examine it. But it's the stickers, right? See, I'm fresh out of the MSQ, so there's a few systems that I'm not quite used to yet. So it's Chloe's book where you have the stickers and you need to complete certain things, and then it will randomly place the sticker. So if you complete the thing, it will place the thing that you completed as a sticker randomly in the book, and the goal is a little bit like bingo. We have to get certain lines right, and then you hand them in. So in terms of this change, then they've been slightly adjusted. So this is, from first read, this is quite a big quality of life change. Changing the positions, because I think from what I could understand, the positioning and the way that it worked before with the stickers and trying to get the line was quite annoying. Gold certificates from 3 lines was normally only for max level players. Now it isn't anymore. Basically, rewards per lines were different if you were max level or not. Oh, okay. So they've changed that so that it's available for everyone. I mean, you would only really... No, that's not true. I think the book was quite a big chunk of XP, right? So I don't know why it would only be for max level players, because you do get other currency, but mostly for XP. So this is a very good change. It's half a level. If you get randomly 3 lines on an alt job, then you can get gold instead of XP. 3 lines is still hard to get. I've done it once. As a result of this change, they'll collect now Chloe's gold certificate of commendation as a reward for completing 3 lines. And the following duties have been added as objectives for Wondrous Tales. The addition of these duties will not affect a Wondrous Tales in your possession prior to reaching level 100 with at least 1 Disciple of War or Magic. So now we have, ooh, M1 or M2 and M3 and M4. Hell yeah, current content. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, let's just kill Honeybee Lovely in a random party finder group for my Wondrous Tales. Although I'm sure you can do it on normal, you don't have to do it on Savage. The following raids have been grouped together into a raid series category. In addition, the addition of these duties will not affect a Wondrous Tale in your possession prior. Okay, so they've now changed. Oh, okay. So instead of them being separated, so they only separate out the current raid tier. So before these were separated out, and now they're just 1st to 4th rather than 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Now you can just do 1st to 4th, and now the current raid series has been separated into M1, M2, M3, and 4. Okay, and then these are whole entire wings. That's cool. The following changes have been made to objectives that require the completion of dungeons of specified level ranges. These changes affect Wondrous Tales acquired after reaching level 100 with at least 1 Disciple of War or Magic. Wait, so the following changes have been made to objectives that require the completion of dungeons of specified level ranges. Oh, I see. Right. So the stickers, you'd have to do like a level 50 dungeon. So they've broadened the range. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was looking at it for a second like, huh? So when you have to do a task, it can be a level 1 to 49 dungeon or a level 51 to 79. They've removed these individual, like the level 50 dungeon or the level 60 dungeon. They've kind of removed or they've separated it out. Okay, so you've got the leveling dungeons and then you've got the high level dungeons. So no, that makes sense because then you've got the max level dungeons. And they've kind of grouped them a little bit. Okay, oh, that sounds good. Again, another good change. Guess that opens it up to more possibilities of things that you can do in order to get the sticker, for example. The following additions and adjustments are made to faux hollows. The Unreal Trial feature is no longer disabled and the available trial has been changed. Ah, so before we had the Singularity Reactor Unreal and now it's the Jade Stoa, which is where they take a previous trial, previous extreme trial, and then they scale it up and make it current. So they've basically changed which one it is active at the moment, which will be the Jade Stoa. Different Unreal Trials will be available in each major patch. Very cool. Ooh, new items are available in exchange for faux leaves. Ah, so doing the trial gives you currency. So as well as changing the trial, you also get a new reward for doing it as well, which is very nice. Look at the lightning doggo. The duties that can be recorded have changed. So we've got some more added, or ever keeps changed. Oh my gosh, M4 Savage. Oh, I killed M3 last night when we had a first couple of pulls on M4. So saw the first few mechanics and was like, what on earth is going on? Because we're blind and we're trying to cook, like, stuff's happening. Yeah, I don't know. What is duty recorder? I haven't seen this feature. The duties that can be recorded have changed. Duty recorder. I don't think I've ever seen this feature. No one uses duty recorder. Well, I can't say it's something I'm familiar with. The show on map subcommand has been added to the sightseeing log to allow players to review the location of recorded spots. Oh, that's good, because I haven't filled out my sightseeing log, but I did climb Kugane Tower. I think one of the sightseeing logs is on top of the lamppost, and I didn't make it my first time. But I needed to unlock the previous sightseeing logs anyway before I did that. But I think it's cool that you can collect these sightseeing positions, and then you can kind of see where they are on the map and kind of go back to them. A new hairstyle inspired by a 14 hairstyle design contrast entry is now available. Ooh, okay, I like it. Wait, it looks totally different between the two different characters. That's cool. I suppose it's like the angling, right? But I like a hairstyle that's quite diverse. It's kind of like how the dyeing system makes the same piece look like a completely different piece. Even though it's literally the same piece, it's just a different color. It adds a lot of replayability, adds a lot of diversity to the piece. Kind of transforms it in a way. Yeah, it does look a little bit like wet seaweed, but it's kind of that beachy, kind of moppy. I think it looks cool. And I want long hairstyles though. I don't know, I feel like with games these days, there's so much emphasis on short hairstyles, and the longer hairstyles, maybe they're just difficult to implement. But even when I was playing Palia, for example, like there aren't really any long hairstyles. There's like some updos, but it's all about short hairstyles. And when I play Disney Dreamlight Valley, there aren't that many long hairstyles in comparison to short ones. And I'm like, oh, I love long hairstyles. They're my favorite. And I feel like it's more recent times as well. Maybe. Easier to make and less complications. Yeah, I know. This is me not being a developer talking rubbish, but I just love long hairstyles. I can't help it. I love long hair. The thing is that long hairstyles do exist, right? So, you know, they can be done. This is cute, this one. Little bun ear tufts here. Cute. Oh, you click the arrows. I'm clicking the arrows. Oh, you drag. Oh! Whoa! Technology! Am I right? Whoa! Oh my gosh! This is some high-tech stuff. Oh wait, it actually looks really cool from the back. Whoa! I love the little ear tufts with this hairstyle. Hey, wait, there is clipping that exists. You see how the collar stops the hairstyle here, but when you don't have a collar, see it goes down into almost a pointy... That's a really cool detail, no? See? Make long hairs happen. Oh, they are two different hairstyles, right? I think I'm stupid because these are definitely two different hairstyles. They are different hairstyles. I was like, oh, here's me like, oh wow, they look slightly different. Look at this replayability with the different colors. They are literally different hairstyles, but also these two look a little bit similar. So forgive me, but they are literally two different hairstyles while looking a little bit similar. Oh, they're very cute. Okay, so let's look at it. A little side fringe. Have my like grungy emo phase. Oh, no long hair. New emotes have been added. The following emotes can now be used while sitting on the ground. Only your upper body will move. Hand to heart. Lally ho, salute, happy. Wait, oh, this is so exciting. Poke, air quotes. Oh, air quotes is gonna be so funny sitting down. Spectacles. Spectacles is gonna be great. Aloe, Link Pearl, pets. Oh, Titan Vanadiel, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Hot chocolate? Oh, this is wonderful. Emotes have so much value in FF14. I remember I was playing WoW a bit when the War Within launched, and I kept using emotes. And it just didn't have the same, obviously because it's different games, right? But I was using emotes more in WoW, but it's just kind of like it just didn't have the same meaning. Whereas I feel like in 14, it adds so much life to the game, like so much soul and so much life. And the fact that you can now have all of these emotes while sitting is going to be great, especially exactly as you're saying, Msindus, opening up a lot of RP wise, right? Being able to sit and have all of these emotes kind of unlocked for you, because I think a very popular thing in FF14 is going to watch like a show. I know there's a lot of story times and a lot of shows that get put on, and you can kind of sit down and watch the shows and have your character emote, and it kind of adds that more realism to something that's already very immersive. The emotion of the following emotes has been adjusted when sitting on the ground. Only your character's upper body will move. Greetings, thumbs up, deny. Elucidate, goodbye, congratulate, pretty please. Hello streamer, that's me. I just finished binging your entire FF14 journey over the last couple of months, and your playthrough of Dawn Trail was a joy and made me enjoy many things about it that I didn't enjoy during my own playthrough. Oh, that's made me really emotional. I'm so glad, Titan. That is so nice to hear, because I'm such a positive poly, and I feel like the general consensus with Dawn Trail, a lot of the vocal, I don't know whether to say majority, minority, but was all like quite negative. And I feel like a lot of in the content creation space, there was a lot of negativity as well, or criticisms. Doesn't always have to be a negative thing, but it seemed like people didn't enjoy Dawn Trail, and I genuinely had a blast. And I know that I'm gonna have a blast. I know that I have a blast literally doing nothing. Like, I would have a blast watching paint dry. I know that that's a me issue, but I did genuinely have such a good time in my Dawn Trail playthrough, and it seemed like that wasn't really a shared opinion. So, and there's so many people who did really enjoy Dawn Trail, so it's kind of nice to be just being a streamer, right? Not that I have like the biggest outreach or anything, but it's nice to have like a fun playthrough as to balance out less enjoyed playthroughs. Because I remember when I was going through Dawn Trail at the time, a lot of people came into my stream like, it's nice to get a breath of fresh air because there's so much negativity and chats are unbearable in other streams. Oh my god, I'm not trying to say like, oh my god, I'm not like other streamers. I'm just saying like, it's nice to have different perspectives and different experiences, and when there was a lot of experiences that were kind of similar, and then to have, you know, offer something else, just so that if you did enjoy Dawn Trail, you can feel a bit seen. Because I know I felt a bit isolated, like, why did I enjoy it? Am I wrong? I don't know, is there something wrong with me? Hello, Bitters Darcy. We spent an hour being amazed by rocks. Yeah, but they looked pretty, and that's time well spent, I think. Thank you so much for coming to check out the live stream. And I'm so glad, Titan, that you enjoyed the playthrough. Thank you so much. That's such nice of you. You've honestly made my day. Thank you. That's so sweet. I cry. Okay, we're getting through the patch notes. Streamer, don't get emotional and distracted. Don't be scared by chat. We mostly behave. Yeah, right. You lot behave with each other. Okay? But no, we have fun in our like own little private meetings. This is our chat space. This is our fan club. This is our circle. No streamer. Go away. The best part of the stream is when we get to fight each other and the streamer's not here. I finally get to see the crime breakdowns live. I know. I teared up a little bit. Oh my god, what is this emote? Burr meeting? All right. So these are some excellent changes RP-wise. I'm sure a lot of people will be very excited about the sitting emotes because there are so many times, even on mounts where you're seated, right? On mounts, on the chairs, just there's a lot of time spent sitting down. And I think having a whole range of emotes now available to you while sitting down is very cool. All right, battle system. Next section, battle system. The job HUD explanations for Black Mage and Viper have been updated. Ooh, Black Mage and Viper. A new dungeon, Uwea Wata Field Station, has been added. I love the aesthetic of this dungeon. It's kind of like, it's so atmospheric. In the screenshots that we've seen, in the very little that we've seen, there is so much charged atmosphere. And it's not because it's literally a charging station, all right? That's not why. There's just some ominous, real feeling with it. Oh, I feel like it's an immersive dungeon already and we haven't even played it yet. Some would say it's electric. Players may enter with trust or duty support NPCs to clear the duty or with explorer mode enabled. Sorry, they're not like this emote, it just really tickles me. There's two emotes that really make me laugh. Not like this, and is it Pepe W or Sludge? I don't know. Whenever I say something and everyone's like, ah! Level requirement, I'm a party size. Oh, we know this. Time limit, oh my god, they're implementing Mythic Plus. Time limit in dungeons. Streamer, that exists already. Look, all I'm saying is that I spent about 2 hours in a dungeon. I can't remember what it was called. Autumn Vale or something. It took me 2 hours to complete it. All right, requirements, level 100. And the Autumn Vale? Yes, that one. What did I say? Awesome Vale. I didn't say Awesome Vale, did I? I might have said Autumn Vale. The drop rate for minions found in the final treasure chest of the following dungeons has been increased. Kistis Hyperborea, the Itea scope, the dead ends. There's a Burge minion, a little birdie. I remember I did the dungeon and it dropped and someone got it and everyone was really happy and everyone was saying rigged in chat, but the person was so happy to get it because apparently it was really rare. Is that the Metian minion? And that would be in Kistis Hyperborea, right? Yay, easier Burge farm. I never got it all expansion. Yes, that is a highly coveted, the dead ends, sorry, dead ends. Get mixed up with all the names. Yeah, I know that's a highly sought after minion. So the drop rate being increased is cool. Because it is very cute. It is such a good minion. I really wanted it as well. Because, you know, I usually, you know, if I get a mount or a pet, I'm really happy about it. But I don't go out of my way to necessarily farm them. But I remember seeing the bird and thinking, I actually want to go out of my way to farm this. Da, 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 da. All right, the new trial has been added. The Minstrel's Ballad, Speen's Burden. The Minstrel's Ballad, Bean's Burden, can only be accessed via the Raid Finder. Item level restrictions and role requirements do not apply when registering as a full party. I think we should send 7, 8 Black Mages. Average item level 7, 10 or above. After completing the main scenario quest, Dawn Trail, speak with the Wandering Minstrel in Tulio Lol. You know what? I'm going to say something again that's like one of those little things. It's so epic when the MSQ gets to the point where the quest name is the name of the expansion. Like, that is such a surreal moment. But I also want to say it's actually very clever because it doesn't spoil anything. So it does two things at the same time that's fantastic. It doesn't spoil anything. And it's also, you know, like the big ultimate like MSQ quest. So, you know, the requirements are that you beat the MSQ. You need to complete a specific quest. So they don't want to spoil people. So it's the name of the expansion so it doesn't spoil anyone. But also that moment of, oh my God, it said the thing. The quest name says the thing, which I experienced every expansion, especially from Shadowbringers. I was like, oh, it says Shadowbringers or oh my gosh. It's like, it does multiple things at once, and I appreciate that. Glad you start with that page. Most streamers give up on it. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how much I love Black Mage. The only time I've ever been tempted to swap was when I jumped into Eden Savage and we were playing semi-blind. I went in blind and we had a raid leader, but we didn't cook the strats by ourselves. So that's why it wasn't fully blind, because we used guides to know what to do. But I was also experiencing the fight for the first time and I didn't really watch the guides, so I was kind of blind. I was just told go left, so I went left. But it's very difficult trying to learn a new fight and execute it very quickly, right? Especially fights like Eden, which is just like bam, 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 mechanic, 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 mechanic. It's so fast paced. And then also trying to execute my Black Mage rotation at level 80, where I have less quality of life buttons, and maintaining my Enochian was really tough. Doing a fight like E4, for example, Titan, was really hard. And I almost changed because I thought I was making mistakes, which I knew I wouldn't. I knew I was making Black Mage mistakes because I'm watching my Enochian. It's like when you're driving a car and you take your eyes off of the road to look at changing the gear or doing the pedals, right? It's like looking at your feet to brake and taking your eyes off the road. That's how I feel playing Black Mage sometimes, because my eyes are on my rotation, my eyes are on my Enochian bar and not necessarily on the fight. And it caught me out a few times. There was a couple of movement things that I had issues with and I was like, I don't know, I don't want to add pulls by just being stubborn and sticking with Black Mage. But then I ended up sticking with it and I'm so glad that I did, because like the next day rolled around and I had so much fun. I loved it, and I'm just very, very glad, because I just love Black Mage. I really do. And I know a lot of people have reservations. A lot of people don't like the long cast times. A lot of people don't really like the caster playstyle. A lot of people don't like the restrictiveness with the movement, the ley lines and everything like that. I'm just very familiar with that playstyle because I played Frost in WoW. I just absolutely love that playstyle, and it's a playstyle that I'm very familiar with. And I really enjoy it. I love like squeezing my movement and dealing with mechanics while also trying to min-max my movement restrictive rotation and stuff. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. You see how much I love Black Mage. I freaking adore it. I love it. I'm really enjoying it. And I knew I would. I knew I'd have a blast. It's not me being stubborn because everyone's like, oh, Black Mage. And I'm like, no, I will play Black Mage as being stubborn. I do genuinely enjoy it. Anyway, so you need to complete the main scenario quest Dawn Trail, and the items obtained upon completion can be exchanged for gear by speaking with the Shepia in Solution 9. I don't know why I said it like that. I hate myself. And then we also have the Jade Stoa Unreal, the new old Extreme Trial scaled up to current. The Jade Stoa Unreal can only be accessed via Raid Finder. I have to be level 100, average item level 690 or above, individual 695. And requirements: fantastic Mr. Foe. I don't know if I've done that quest. Players must first complete the main scenario quest Shadowbringers throws back to what I was saying before, how it doesn't spoil anything. And you have that epic moment in the MSQ where the quest name says the thing, the name of the expansion. It's very cool. Anyway. And the quest, Keeping Up with the Aaliyah Pose. All right. Fantastic Mr. Fox was a fantastic book. The weekly restriction on rewards in the Arcadian light heavyweight division has been removed. Oh, okay. So... What? Oh, normal. Okay, I was thinking for Savage, do you just not have a restriction anymore? Can we just hard farm gear for the next patch? For normal. Okay. That makes sense. So you can now farm normal for glam and whatever else you want. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I like that. Why not? People can still raid Savage and have the weekly lockout, right? The number of light heavy hollow blades required to exchange for a universal tomestone has been reduced from 7 to 4. Ooh. Tomestone nerf, yay! And we have the new Alliance raid dungeon, Juno. The first walk has been added. Oh my god, look at this imagery. Any FF11 fans here? Oh, look how beautiful it looks. Oh. All right, it needs to be max level and have an average item level of 695 or above, 8 players, an alliance of 24 players. The new difficulty, Chaos, is gonna be mental. And I love how they called it chaotic, because that's exactly what it's gonna be. Like a savage version of an alliance raid with 24 people is gonna be mental. Especially when you see the first kind of screenshots from the boss fight, where there's just so much happening. Oh, it's gonna be chaos. Actually gonna be chaotic. All right. Parties matched automatically via the duty finder will comprise of 1 tank, 2 healers, 5 DPS. There are no role restrictions for preformed alliances. You can only receive 1 reward item per week, completing duties in Juno, the first walk. In the event you are awarded an item from the loot list, you relinquish your right to vie for all remaining items regardless of whether you select need or greed. Okay, so you can only loot 1 item. I remember this restriction being the case in the Endwalker Alliance raid series, I think. Everyone was like, be careful what you roll for because you can only roll once or something. Upon completing Juno the first walk, players can also earn a separate reward once per week, 2 cracked Nova clusters and 1 Ordell coin. The Ordell coin can be exchanged with the Shepia in Solution 9 for items used to enhance equipment, purchased with elegant tomestones of heliometry. And orchestrion rolls as well. Tattered sheet music found in treasure chests of Juno, the first walk, can be exchanged with the particular goblin in Lower Juno for special orchestrion rolls relating to echoes of Vanadiel. More orchestrion rolls. I can't wait to hear the music in the Alliance raid. Oh, all this anticipation. The items required to enhance equipment purchased with elegant tomestones of heliometry, surgelight twine, and surgelight solvent can be purchased from the following vendors. Oh, okay. So I literally just upgraded a couple of my accessories. So is it saying, so for example, I bought this neck from the tome vendor and then I upgraded it with the glaze. So is this saying that you'll now be able to obtain that glaze or the other item from doing the Alliance raid? It's basically adding another way of getting that item. Okay, that's really good. So you can exchange it with an Ordell coin, which you loot from the Alliance raid, or a sack of nuts. And the Ordell coins can be found in the new Alliance raid. That's very cool. Yeah, Alliance raids catch up for non-savage raiders. I think that's wonderful. More ways to improve your gear, more options. After acquiring the items to enhance your equipment from Ryubuja or Uashapia, sorry, speak with Theon. Speak with the one. My brain read that as the one. Sounds so dramatic. Good thing my mouth said Theon, because I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. In Solution 9 and exchange them for gear of your choice. There's a freaking main character syndrome here. The following additions have been made to the raid finder. New duties have been added. The Minstrel's Ballad, Speen's Burden, and the Jane Stower Unreal. And the category Chaotic Alliance Raid has been added. Only the icon's been added in patch 7.1. The category itself cannot currently be selected. Yes, because it's going to be 3 months. Was it 3 months? Or 3 weeks after... 3 weeks after the Ultimate, I think, was the release schedule for the Chaotic Alliance Raid. It's going to be Christmas Eve, right? December 24th, which is actually Christmas Day for a lot of Europe. Happy Christmas! Time for some chaos! See, instead of Santa bringing you coal, Santa brings you costs. The following duties have been moved to the duty finder. Walk or Lardor Extreme, Everkeep Extreme. The options displayed when speaking with the Wandering Minstrel and Tuliolol unlocks duties have been adjusted. Huh. They've been adjusted. Interesting. Wonder how. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in the event all party members are incapacitated during the following trials. Walk or Lador, Everkeep, the Interfoes. Each time players restart the aforementioned trials, they will be granted a 10% Echo effect boost, which increases each restart up to a maximum of 50%. These sound like determination stacks in LFR in WoW. I guess it's a similar sort of concept. If a player restarts after battling for less than 3 minutes, they will not be granted this effect. All right. Each time players restart the aforementioned trials, they'll be granted a 5... Oh, okay. So that's just for those ones. And then this is now for the extreme version. So instead of a 10% Echo effect, it'll be a 5% Echo effect, up to 25%. If a player restarts after battling for less than 3 minutes, they'll be not granted this effect. All right. And the duties listed within Duty Roulette Expert has changed as follows. Yes, so look, we're going to have the new dungeon implemented into Expert Roulette. Hell yeah. And the required average item level to register for Duty Roulette Expert has been increased from 670 to 690. And the following additions and adjustments have been made to Duty Roulette Mentor. Oh, any mentors in chat? New duties have been added. Oh, Juno, the first walk, and Uia. Why do I struggle with this? Uia Wata Field Station. The required average item level to register a Duty Roulette Mentor has been increased. So when you're farming those roulettes for the reward, right? The Mentor roulette is a grind, isn't it? To get certain rewards. And now you can do current content. Well, you can anyway, but more current content. The Minstrel's Ballad, Speen's Burden has been added to a list of challenges in Stone, Sky, and Sea. Okay. Adjustments have been made to the following instance dungeons and trials. Halatali. The Fire Main boss battle has been adjusted. The Thunderclap Guivra boss battle has been adjusted. And the Tangata boss battle has been adjusted. So this is because this is now, in this patch, duty support. Halatali has duty support. So I guess then that goes with these changes, right? Yeah, to support AI. Okay. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Hall of the Novice. Oh, yeah. So now we have extra tactical training exercises to help new players understand what the different markers mean. You know, the stack markers, the spread markers, the scary looking tank mechanic markers. And I think this is excellent because Final Fantasy has an excellent way of being consistent with visual clarity. You know if the mechanic requires you to stack because it will have that same look for the marker, right? And it's that same similar thing every single time. Because sometimes in WoW, they didn't necessarily have that. So it'd be difficult to know when you got a mechanic, when you're first looking at it, to know what to do with it. There's a couple of times where you get a big circle around you and it looks like you have a bomb on you and you try and take it out, but it's actually a stack and you run out and people are trying to stack on you and you're running away. And I know that can still exist, but I think it's cool that there's a way for people to kind of learn what the different markers mean. And it's very detailed. There's also a whole book going through in detail the different markers, including the limit cut numbers, for example. Because I remember watching the 7.1 live letter and then kind of showing on screen how intricate this gets. And it's kind of everything that you need to know, right? Hi, Lithy, how are you doing? Hello, hello. Through tactical training, players will have a chance to learn about various party mechanics, enemy attacks, and effect markers commonly seen when undertaking duties. The combat guide found in the Hall of the Novice also offers a brief overview of these topics. Yes, the combat guide. That was really excellent as well. And I felt like the information was presented in quite a condensed and visually appealing way, because I think these things can be very overwhelming. And I remember that from the very limited screenshots that we saw, for example, with the limit cuts, you know, having the different numbers spaced out, like it was done in a way that didn't look visually overwhelming. And I know it was in Japanese, I can't necessarily see exactly the wording of it, but I appreciated that initial impression anyway. After completing tactical training exercises 1 through 3, you will receive a ring that grants increased experience points to Cyber War Magic up to level 60. Okay, so there's an extra incentive to go through Hall of the Novice, because you'll get bonus XP, which, you know, you're going to want while leveling. Undertaking training exercises. But I don't know if, oh yeah, I suppose a new player would kind of want that, right? After completing the main scenario quest Heart on Fire, speak with a smith at an adventurer's guild with a disciple of war magic 49 or above. You may also access these exercises via Hall of Novice under the duty section of the main menu. The option display completed exercises in the Hall of the Novice window has been replaced with display all exercises. Because then you can, I suppose, go through and have a little refresher. I think, you know what? This is really good for 2 different reasons. One, from being a beginner and learning. But I think the replayability of it is also going to be really helpful for people. For anyone who wants a refresher on certain mechanic styles, what you do with various mechanics. Because, for example, there's not always a limit cut in a fight. It might be a while from you go from a mechanic looking like that to a mechanic looking like this. You know? So I think sometimes it can be good in your own time that you can go and familiarize yourself again with a mechanic that you may not have done in a while. I think that's a really good thing. Having this kind of like little personal practice option. PvP! Boo! Kidding. The timing with which certain PvP action effects trigger has been changed. So hit detection of PvP actions has been adjusted to better match visual effects striking a target. Series 6 will end and Series 7 will begin. Oh, is this going to be the new glam for PvP? That looks awesome. Series 7 will be held from patch 7.1 to the release of patch 7.2, during which time you can earn series XP and increase your series level by participating in any PvP duty. Increasing your series level will unlock various series rewards. Rewards from Series 6 can only be claimed till the end of Series 7. Claim rewards, select series milestones from PvP battle profile window and select previous series. And we also have some crystalline conflict changes. The time limit for overtime is reduced from 25 to 10 minutes. Wait, that's a big change. Again, as somebody, I haven't done any PvP in Final Fantasy other than early Dawn Trail where it was a big XP boost. I did a couple of rounds. I had no idea what was going on. But 25 to 10 minutes is big. A standard match will last 5 minutes, making total match time a maximum of 15 minutes. Makes overtime shorter. Yeah, it says time limit for overtime is reduced, but overtime being reduced from 25 to 10 minutes is like quite a big change. Not even sure anyone ever did even 10 minutes of overtime. Oh, so you're not like forced to sit there for 25 minutes. The impression I got is that you go into overtime and you're forced to be there for 25 minutes. You know, like how in football they add overtime and they're like, oh yeah, 15 minutes of overtime. And then you're like, I don't like football, so I'm watching it like they're just trolling at this point. I thought it was over. Why are they adding 15 minutes? I've got to sit here for 15 more minutes. 15 minutes go by, then they add another 10 minutes. And I'm like, why do I have to suffer? Why am I suffering? Why do I have to sit for another 10 minutes? Overtime is sudden death, kinda. Oh, okay. All right, so the game's not like, oh, you have to be here for 25 more minutes. That's how I interpreted it. Victory requirements for overtime have been changed. The team with the greater progress score at the end of overtime will be declared the winner. If both teams have equal progress scores, victory will be awarded to the team that moved the tactical crystal closest to the goal point. There have been some 30-minute CC games that mostly happens at the top ranked tiers because players actually know what they're doing. Oh, can't be me. Have you tried just not watching football? Yes, I've tried. Oh, no, but it's really important because it's the World Cup and you have to cheer for England and England are in the final. Oh, it's really important. If both teams have equal progress scores and the tactical crystal remains at the centre field, the match will end in a draw. England! Once overtime has exceeded 5 minutes, the delay until rejoining combat has been increased from 1 to 3 seconds. All right, all of these changes are going to be lost on me, but are people happy with these PvP changes? Are these good quality of life PvP changes? I don't think there's much that I can read into that. Not that there's much I can read into, you know, all of this. A lot of these quality of life changes in PvP are going to be lost on me, but they are good changes. Okay, that's good to know. Because it feels like some really, really strong quality of life changes. But again, as somebody who's not really done PvP, I'm not really in the position to be able to fully determine or appreciate that, right? The KO counter. KO! Can now also display after screen face the black when rejoining combat. And the following addition adjustments are made from the progress gauge. Time remaining, adjusting. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and we saw this in the... Ah! Oh, I should not be given this power. Whee! Anyway, we saw this in the 7.1, like, wait, before it was autumn and now it's not. What? It's no longer autumn. Anyway. Oh, that's air turbulence. Will now also spawn gale spheres. Right, that's it. I'm doing PvP. I need this. What is that? And we also have adjustments to red sands. So before you'd kind of have just the one road, the one lane, whereas now it's opened it up like massively, which seems to be the running theme as well, because there was like a larger area here, but also very condensed. Like this feels like a claustrophobic area of death, whereas now there's an extra wall. So there's a bit more playability in this little rectangle of death. It's a good change. Oh, good. Yeah, like there's more play area. Like this feels unplayable. I feel like if I end up in here, I'm just dead. Whereas now I'm like, okay, there's some counterplay on both sides. There's defensive counterplay and there's also offensive counterplay, right? Because you can work around these walls. It just seems to be, you know, more substance to the area, right? As opposed to a big open death rectangle. And now it's even more claustrophobic. Perfect. All right, and we have ranked match changes. To better facilitate matching, all ranked matches within each physical data center will now be held in a single logical data center. The logical data center used to host ranked matches will change each season. Moreover, players can no longer register for ranked matches while in a data center that is not hosting ranked matches. Registration must take place in the logical data center hosting ranked matches. I remember them talking about that in the live letter. I feel like these are probably some of the, not more hype, but a lot of the hype moments are maybe around these kind of points. In the event more than one character on the same service account qualifies to appear in the standings, only the character with the highest tier in crystal credits will be listed, and the number of placements to receive rewards has been increased from 100 to 300 in the Japan, North America, and Europe standings. No change has been made to placements in Oceania. When using the homeworld transfer service to change to a different homeworld within the same physical data center, character tiers, rises, and rising stars will no longer be reset. Please note, this character data will be reset when changing to a homeworld within another physical data center. And the preseason will end and Season 12 will begin. Players who finish the preseason above the Bronze tier will begin Season 12 at Bronze 3 with 0 rising stars. Season 12 will be hosted in the following data centers. So Gaia for Japan, Primal for North America, Chaos for Europe, and Materia for Oceania. I guess it doesn't apply to Oceania because Materia is the only data center, right? And the following additions and adjustments have been made to Quick Chat. The following Quick Chat options have been added. Guard and Purify. Oh, are these like pings? They look like pings. Like Guard and Purify, like it looks like a quick ping. Good match can now only be used at the end of a match. Good match? Was that like a button where you press GG? Good match, good match. Good match can now only be used at the end of a match. Oh, I see. Oh, hang on a second. Right, who's toxic? Hang on a second. This is a self-report. Why does this specifically can now only be used at the end of a match? Who is killing people and spamming good match? Toxicity these days. All right. Down with toxicity. You know, it's almost like if in League you could only ping the ? Ping about enemies. And if you ping that near your teammates, it doesn't work. Because I only use the ? Ping on my teammates, so I'd be screwed. People spam good match when a fight went really bad. Oh, the BM. I spam it when my teammates suck. Same. It's me. I'm the teammate that sucks. Actually, to be fair, I don't mean to brag, but I made it into plat in League yesterday. Or the other day, and then I lost 6 games in a row and went back to gold, but I made it back into plat again. The following adjustments have been made to Hidden Gorge. The fill rate of the limit gauge upon KOing an opponent has been reduced. Okay, so, all right, limit gauge nerf. I have not been chat restricted because I mute all chats to prevent me from typing in them. If I can't type in the chat, I can't get reported. That's my tech. Okay, Final Fantasy 14 items. I still wait for a second Rival Wings map. Wait, I don't know what that means, Aurelius. Also, hi Aurelius, how are you doing? New items have been added. Ooh, these are the Alliance Raid Series glam rewards, right? The FF11 armor. Da, na, 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 na. See, I love this. I know that it's just all black, it's traditional armor, but I love minimalism and it's very stylish. So I really love this. And I know like maybe some people could say it's not the most exciting thing. I love simplicity sometimes. And this armor looks so good. And I love the little plate skirt as well. And yeah, when we were watching the live letter, they did show us some of the dyed versions. And I felt like, as always, the dyeing system is fantastic because it transforms different pieces and almost makes it look like a completely different piece. It adds so much replayability to every single individual item in the game. So when we saw, you know, these armor sets initially in the live letter, they also showed different colors and it looked like a completely different outfit in a good way. Loved it. All right. Grand prize winning entries from the FF14 weapon design contest have been added. Oh, we actually went through all of the weapons and I posted that on my YouTube channel because, you know, I'm trying to be good with the YouTubes. I love all of the, I love the snow globe. Oh, all right. Well, if you want to watch us have a look at it. And then the freaking little shark mittens for the monk. Oh, so many good weapons. And then the nutkin bow. And wait, where's the machinist roses? There you go. Oh, the machinist roses. This is like a meme in Mafia, right? I was lacking critical information when I initially saw all these. But I love the snow globe. The snow globe looks so good. And then the freaking cutlery. Oh, it's so good. It's genius. And then where's the black mage? Oh, no, that's Viper. And then the black mage is, hold. Oh, is it the fork and the cake is the black mage one, right? I think. Or is that white mage? It's the teacup. The teacups, it's this one. Yeah, the teacup stack, that's it. Yes. We're gonna have a tea party. Da, 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 da. Oh, they honestly look so good. I love how much fun FF14 has. The fact that they do, you know, competitions, like art competitions, it's a way for fans of the game to get involved, and then they get implemented in the game that we all love. Like, it's just like, all these like things are just so wholesome and wonderful, and it's why the community is the way that it is, just so passionate, creative, nurtured. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, positive community engagement, and also you get some really cool weapons and furniture out of it, and hairstyles. And new recipes have been added. The following items can now be equipped regardless of gender. Ooh. Eastern Lady. Oh, okay. So I guess like Lord and they had separate. See, look, like Nezha Lady, Nezha Lord. So I guess they were completely different sets depending on which gender your character was. But now you can wear both sets. So like my female character could wear the Lord's boots rather than only being able to wear lady slops. That's good. I mean, I don't really like restrictions in general. This is really cool. I want to be able to wear this, and this is also really cool. I want to be able to wear this, so that's really cool. Da, 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 da. And then, you know, I think less restrictions the better, right? The icons for Wings of Ruin and Wings of Resolve items have been adjusted. The mount icons will remain unchanged. So the icons for Wings of Ruin and Wings of Resolve have been adjusted, but the mount icons haven't. So I guess when you loot it or something, or in general. The icons for the faces we wear items used to unlock face wear are now unified. The armoire now divides items into subcategories within each tab. Wait, that's awesome. Oh, that's really good change. My dresses are a mess. So any kind of extra organization is much appreciated. And the outfit glamour feature has been added to the glamour dresser. This again is one of those like peak moments in the live letter. So an outfit glamour condenses a set combination of items into a single slot and stores it in the glamour dresser. This is a fantastic change. Essentially, we are getting extra glamour slots, but in a roundabout way. So you'll need to collect an entire set, which gives you more replayability. That gives you more content, right? Because there might be a few parts of a set that you're not that interested in. For example, if you really like nails, then you might not be that bothered about looting the gloves of a glam set. But this incentivizes you to fill out the pieces that you're missing in order to complete the set, because once you complete the set, you store the set in your glamour dresser, and instead of each individual piece taking up a whole entire slot, the set itself all takes up just one slot, but you can still independently use the item. So you don't have to use the set as a whole. You can still choose to only use the headpiece, for example. You can use the slots independently, but it only takes up one slot as the set. So essentially, like I said, you're getting more glam slots, more glam spaces, and this is great. And also, I think in a collector's wise, it's really cool that you want to fill out your set pieces by going and chasing the pieces that you might be missing. I think that's really cool. Equipment stored as an outfit glamour will lose any dyes previously applied. You may re-dye the items after they've been used to glamour current equipment or added to a glamour plate. The entire set of equipment must be stored at the same time in order to create the outfit. So I guess if you really wanted to dye the individual item because you use it a lot, you just have to avoid storing that item as a set. So it would use up extra glam dresser slots, but you can still then use the item. You just wouldn't store it as a set, you know, if you prefer it. So there you go. It's a workaround, I guess. But you can store other sets and then open up your glam dresser slots more through setting other items. The entire set of equipment must be stored at the same time in order to create the outfit. For example, if the desired outfit glamour requires equipment from the head, chest, legs, and feet categories, you may not store the head and feet pieces by themselves. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You have to store it as a set. Note that any pieces stored separately must be removed from the glamour dresser to create the outfit glamour. All items in the set must be of the same quality. Normal quality equipment can be grouped alongside high quality equipment. Oh, okay. I actually don't understand the quality thing. I know that some items I get have like a different icon next to it. But again, as somebody who's like newer, I never really understood that, but it's fine. It makes sense. Everything has to be the same quality. Certain items can now be sold, decent size, or submitted for expert delivery missions. Expert delivery missions, anyone? Better stats if it's high quality. Oh, okay. But yeah, I suppose you don't need the high quality if it's glam. Sets of items may now be purchased from shops in increments of 9,999,999. Cool! I can buy 999 eggs. Perfect. So I guess high quality is almost like ore forging a little bit in WoW, where it's like a little bit better item level. But I suppose the item level doesn't change, it just has more stats. But it's kind of like the item rolls better. The following changes have been made to shops. The shop menu UI has been unified. Shop menu UI has been unified. I wonder what that means. Some maps you need thousands, and buying as 99 stacks is annoying. Yeah, this is a huge quality of life change. Sorry, I kind of glazed over this because I got distracted by 9999999. But this is a big quality of life change. Yeah, I can imagine the 99 stack restriction was very annoying, as you saying, especially if you're a crafter. All right, when crafting, actions can now be executed directly from calculations window. Oh, crafting changes. The following changes have been made to the crafting log. Filter settings have been added to the gathering log, enabling the option of hiding previously gathered items identifiable by a checkmark on their icon. Recipes that do not display a checkmark, regardless of completion, will not appear on the list. Na, na, na. Display only recordable recipes, high completed recipes. So again, quality of life changes, which is what a lot of this is. And I can imagine this is quite an exciting quality of life change. Or a quality of life change that you're going to really notice. The Ixal Society quest category is now hidden by default and must be unlocked by requesting Ixal Society quests. The order of ingredients for some recipes has been adjusted. Alright, crafted item level 710 equipment can now be exchanged for upgraded item level 720 equipment. I actually do. I'm a slacker. I actually do have some 710 crafted pieces just because I was casting the Race to World first for a month. Then I was ill. I've had so much on that I haven't been able to cap my tomestones every week. So I still have some pieces that are the 710 crafted. So I guess now you can, maybe if you're a returning player, for example, or you're not a Savage Raider, you can now upgrade your gear a little bit. That's good. Confirm the requisite number of Everkeep certificates of grade 1 import and Everkeep brain for your desired gear by speaking with Irene in solution 9. All right. And you've got new items have been added to gathering points. New items have been added to gathering points. So I guess when you mine something, you've got new mining materials, for example, or new flowers. Filter settings have been added to the gathering log, enabling the option of hiding previously gathered items. This also applies to items such as collectibles that do not display a checkmark after being acquired. For the new crafts, new mats for the new crafter gathering gear. Oh yeah, of course. It's only because a lot of people tell me that they love crafting and gathering in FF14 and it reminds them of old school RuneScape and it's very addictive. So I guess like what you said makes sense, but the way that my brain went was, oh, they're just adding more stuff to that side of FF, that kind of like old school RuneScape feel to it. They're just adding more like things for you to gather, but of course it's going to be, you know, things to gather to then craft the next patch's gear as well. I love fishing. Yeah, ocean fishing is a big thing, isn't it? I think people love ocean fishing. Uh-oh, I mentioned old school RuneScape. New fishing holes have been added. Oh, there you go. All the excited fishers. New fishing holes have been added. Yes. While fishing, the exclamation mark will still display overhead when a fish bites, regardless of whether battle effects have been limited or disabled. While fishing, the exclamation mark, oh, someone's very excited about that. They're speeding on through. While fishing, the exclamation mark will still display overhead when a fish bites, regardless of whether battle effects have been limited or disabled. Okay, so if you have your graphical settings set, you know, let's say lower, it's not going to affect fishing anymore. The level cap for desynthesis has been increased from 710 to 720. New mounts have been added. Oh, here we go. The mounts in patch 7.1 look incredible. Look at the massive swirl tender. We can wide walk with a little peepo cute little flower. We've got like little bow flower on top. This is such a good mount. And then oh, there are so many good mounts coming. I really like the manatee, the little gas purple cloud, the big thick tender. Yeah, we can be wide peepo cute. We can be. In 7.1, we all need to be wide walking together. We need a wide walk train. The listing order of the mount guide has been adjusted. The order is now organized by category. Huh. Mount guide. Now be organized by category. Whereas now, I guess, is it organized through... I don't think it's organized through acquisition. I don't think it's organized in any kind of way. So I feel like, again, that's a very big quality of life change to try and find your mounts. Because this kind of almost feels a bit random. Maybe it's not, but it is a bit, it's a bit Wild Westy. Some organization. It's organized by a hidden ID. Okay, so now, like, you know, there's going to be a clear organization in terms of categories. Okay, that's a good quality of life change. New chocobo barding has been added. Oh my god, I love it. My chocobo's speed coded. Look. I love it. Oh, that looks so good. And we have some new minions. Whoa, look at this hair. Excuse me, which bun child is this? Found that. Oh, it's is it a toucan? Oh my gosh, sorry, my streamer brain. A toucan is a toucan. Oh, it's so cute. I really want one. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love toucans. Oh, it's so adorable. Look how cute he looks so fluffy. Oh, I was watching some, I say TikToks, I probably open TikTok once every 4 months, but the problem is that I spend so long on it when I do open it that like it fills me with content for the next 4 months. But I was watching this like pet toucan TikTok channel and it was so cute. And we now have new fashion accessories. Wow, look, it's kind of like a traveling tailoring trader kind of fashion accessory. I like it. And new face wear. Oh my. Oh. Where's your Wild West? I'm the vigilante of the Wild West. It's a cursed accent. Oh my god, they do look like swimming goggles. Okay, well, guess I'm making a fisher glam with my fishing goggles and Speedos. Speedos and fishing... Sorry, Speedos and swimming goggles. All right, now we have some graphical updates. The graphical adjustments made to player character models are based on feedback received by the player community. Read more about our response to feedback on player character models. Wait, what was wrong with them? I think, oh, the issues with specific race/face types, skin blemishes. Okay, so there was a few examples. Feedback on eyelashes and eyebrows, inconsistent eyelash spacing. Yeah, this is, I don't think I've seen this before. Beards, scars, scales on faces. All right, I think it's very nice that they are listening to a lot of the player feedback. Sorry. Oh, it's good. It saved where I was. I think it's really nice that they listened and really do care to the player base and really take the feedback into consideration. The aura horns will no longer show light through them like ears. No red glow. Okay. Ah, very cool. In conjunction with these adjustments, players can obtain a file of Fantasia from the Wandering Moogle in Old Gridania for a limited period of time. Oh, make sure the reward will be obtainable until the release of patch 7.2. So if you're a returning player or, you know, you've got less time, make sure you claim your free Fantasia in 7.1. Because after 7.1, you won't be able to get it. Free Fantasia, everyone! Dink donk, wakey wakey! The following adjustments have been made to certain NPCs. You've got model quality, texture resolution, material qualities of faces, texture resolution, gear, eyes. Ooh, the appearance of eyes is now optimized for the character's model's environment. That's cool. And we also have graphical details for the following gear. Ooh, the Scions. Ooh, a lot of the Scion sets. That's cool. Prysterium Prodigies top. And we have lens transparency has been increased for certain eyewear. Okay, so this is before and this is after. Oh, I see. Yeah, look, it's kind of like it's almost like these glasses need a little bit of a clean, you know? It's a bit foggy. This is what my glasses look like. So there's loads of fingerprint smudges consistently across the whole thing. So it's a bit like misty. Whereas now, look, like there's no lens at all. Like a lensless glasses, which I think is cool. I think glasses can definitely be a fashion statement. Why not? I think that's pretty awesome. I love it. Transparency effects have been added to the following gear. Oh my, what? Transparency effects? So, okay. So, only some of them? Oh, so these all kind of look the same, but I guess they're different tights. And now they've added, okay, I see what they've done here. They've added different colors. Ah, because you have different skin tones. So the tights don't match the skin tone. The tights are a set color, and it obviously doesn't quite look right. If you have a darker skin tone or a lighter skin, if you have a different skin tone, it doesn't quite fit. So what they've done is they've created some more colors, or wait, almost matches. I don't know the exact how it's going to work. Either they've created more colors to work with, or it's just going to match your skin color, because it says that transparency effects have been added. Okay, so it's not a color thing, it's literally just transparency. So it's going to match your skin tone no matter what. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because look, you can... Oh, yes, it is definitely... Well, it says transparency, but also, look, you can see the aura's scales here and the Hrothgar's tattoo fur stripes. Yeah. So it is just transparent, which is really cool because then you get to see the detailing on your character. That's awesome. Yeah, rather than just being a flat color, flat kind of overlay, it's actually transparent tights. That's so cool. Brilliant. Oh, that is a great change. Again, this is just wonderful that they've spent this time and effort changing something that is ultimately, you know, it's just kind of a random pair of tights, right? And they put all this detail and effort into it. And it's just like, this does so much. Transparency effects have been increased for the following gear. All right, so we also have more transparency effects, which is excellent that they've gone through and added this rather than just having, you know, this default color. It now is actually transparent and can show, you know, your character's legs. Character toe detail. No, this isn't real. Is it April 1st? What is this? What is 2024 and frickin' feet? Name a more iconic duo. First you have Zally Toes. And now, FF14 are like, huh, everybody loves feet. Better update all of the toes. Character toe detail when wearing the following foot gear has been improved. I mean, this is a good change. It's just funny to me that there's so much, there are so many feet this year. Oh no, more feet, all right. Oh God. Wait, I felt like there was more texture before. But they also, yeah, they look very low res. That looks nicer. Yeah, it's very smooth. All right, you got some very nice feet there, respectfully looking. Yeah, they kind of look a bit scabby, you know? And also, I love the like blocky texture here, whereas they're like much more rounded and toe looking. That looks... All right, cool, nice feet. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the tilt effect when moving. Character tilt when turning has been added. Oh yes, this is adding this as well. Character tilt when turning while riding a mount has been added. The speed at which certain mounts tilt when turning has been decreased. Oh, so your character is also going to tilt with your mount, because the mount tilt was such a nice addition in Dawn Trail. I feel like it really smooths out flying and it's just so satisfying. And now your character's going to kind of tilt as well. It's like that feature that you never knew that you needed that now you have, you appreciate so much. Adjust the tilt settings via the character configuration menu by selecting control settings, followed by the character tab. Unchecking the options under the effects while in motion. Vegetation in the following areas will now be rendered in high resolution. Okay. Wow, look at the detailing. Ooh, looks so realistic. I remember when we first went into Dawn Trail and we first went into the graphical update, I remember running around like, oh my gosh. We spent our Dawn Trail launch looking at rocks for hours and walls and stones and leaves. Oh, and trees. But they look amazing. You kind of forget in a way, because we've been in Dawn Trail for a few months now, you kind of forget how it was before. You're kind of used to all the prettiness of everything. Yay, we get high quality bush. In public areas. Public bushes. Cities, fields, housing areas, instance events, instance dungeons, raids, PvP. Island Sanctuary. Oh my god, the Island Sanctuary is going to look so nice. I mean, it already does, but like, you know, the extra layer. Following adjustments have been made to certain objects found in 2.x areas. Oh, okay, so they're also upscaling, you know, the Realm Reborn areas. The number of objects has been increased. Polygon count has been increased. Oh, sorry, I just got a wokage moment. Are we okay with the Tulio LOL loop? I really love the Tulio LOL music. Da 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 da. Wake up, wakey wakey, jazz time. The number of objects has been increased. Polygon count has been increased. Texture resolution has been increased in cities and fields. No changes have been made to the Gold Saucer, Coertha Central Highlands, or More Dahona. All right, so this is before. So this will be like a stall in order before and after. Wow, there's so much more stuff. Look how much the background is filled in. Look, all these chests. It breathes so much more life into the game, and the game was already full of immersion and life, whereas now look. And oh, the resolution of the inside the sack. HD sack. Oh, it looks so good. And then oh, I should do before then after. I remember this area. This area is very pretty, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Wow, look how much more vegetation. This adds so much immersion. Environmental tone, look, it's kind of just a bit flat. And I suppose you don't really notice as much, but then even look at this little rock. Having like little tufts of grass and moss. Oh, this is so nice on the rock here. Wow. The number of shadows cast in rooms in the following areas has been increased. Okay, so this is before and then this is after. Oh, wow, you can really notice this on the wall. Look. Look. Oh, it really is so vibrant. It really enhances the different items in the room. Wow, look at that. Wait, even this like little smoke here. Da, na, na, na. Yes, the ARR zones are getting a nice graphic update. Great. In order to reduce server congestion, we will be implementing multiple field instances for QOL Solution 9 and the area newly added in patch 7.1. Area newly added. Ooh, exciting! Okay, back into MSQ. Ooh. Oh, Alliance Raid Zone. I was thinking like new areas that were going with the MSQ, like a new major area. I don't know if it works like that. I'm trying to remember the post patches. If you had like a new major hub or something. The following additions and adjustments have been made to retainers. New items can now be obtained from quick exploration ventures. Ooh, I haven't done those with my retainers yet. When summoning a retainer, the number of items and amount of joy entrusted are now displayed in the retainer menu. Oh, that's good. So you can kind of keep track a little bit better of which retainer has... keep better track of your retainers in general. Character combat voice samples have been removed from the character creation interface. The following additions and adjustments have been made to achievements. New achievements and titles have been added. Certain duties and trials will now count towards the completion of achievements. Following the release of patch 7.1, the Singularity Reactor Unreal will no longer be counted. All right, so so previously you would get these achievements from doing what was the current Unreal trial, but because the Unreal trial was changed, the requirements to get it, even though it's the same achievement, the requirements changed because obviously the Unreal trial was changed, so makes sense. An icon will now be displayed next to recently used Ethernet shards. In the Ethernet window. Oh, wait, that's huge. Oh, that's going to be so good for newer players because I got so lost with where I was and where I'm supposed to be and then going from one continent to another. That's awesome. So you can kind of see where you were previously, especially, you know, like MSQ in different locations. That's a really nice implementation. Recently used Ethernet shards can now be selected with a Y triangle button on a gamepad. The number of kills required for specific hunt marks is now displayed on the recommendations list. All right, more visual clarity. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the party list. Players can now adjust the position of their character within... No way! No way! You can now adjust the position of your character within the party list. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the most exciting quality of life change for me. This is something I can truly appreciate. Oh, the amount of times, for example, when I was an adjuster on P8S, was it? I was the snakes adjuster. So I had to look at my partner and see if we had opposite or the same icons. And I would move them, I think. I don't know, but this, I also can find it quite difficult. I go by role and I'm so used to seeing like tanks, healers, DPS, and I miss where I am because I'm at the top of the list. So adjusting the position of your character is so good. The appearance of players' numbered icons in the party list has been changed. Ooh, so number 1 has more of a clear visual if you're number 1. Oh, that's awesome. Wow, how exciting is this change? You can now adjust the position of your character within the list. That is a big change. I'm sure a lot of you are very excited about that one. Players can now use mouse drag and drop functionality for party list sorting. Players can now use mouse drag and drop functionality for party list sorting. Adjust this setting via the party menu by selecting party members, then checking or unchecking enable mouse drag and drop for party list sorting. So you can also rearrange this is a much easier way to rearrange your party list. Cross-world parties can now be converted to in-world parties if all members are in the same area. Convert parties via party menu by selecting party members and then selecting convert. Okay, these party changes, like this right here, I feel like is such a huge significant, this one thing right here. I feel like, especially as I've raided, right? Something I can really appreciate. I've not delved too much in every area and every corner of the game, so some of the quality of life changes can be lost on me, but this is a quality of life change that I can actually appreciate and understand how huge it is. And cross-world parties can now be converted to in-world parties. Again, this is something I'm not too familiar with, but I can imagine this is also another one of those like massive quality of life changes. The following categories can now be selected when recruiting for a cross-world party: fates, treasure hunts, and hunts. Ooh. You know what, Boris? I had a similar thought. Do you think that this is gonna be... Do you think this is foreshadowing for Fru? Do you think that this is an indication of some spiciness in the ultimate? Absolutely. Do you think Fru will need to take full advantage of this? Top already used party list changing a lot, so maybe. All ultimates have some sort of prior base mechanics. Oh, okay. This won't be anything new. It's just quality of life. There you go. Yeah, but I meant like an indication. Oh, I suppose if all ultimates use it, then it doesn't have to be specific mechanics. But I was thinking there are going to be specific mechanics which require this. So they're changing this and adding this quality of life because you're going to need it. Rather than like, oh yeah, but in every ultimate you're going to need it. You know what I mean? If there was like specific style of mechanics that required that, it could give you a little bit of insight into, you know. All right, I also feel like this is very, very good as well. The following categories can now be selected when recruiting for a cross-world party: fates, treasure hunts, and hunts. I can imagine that this is also very, 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 very good quality of life for most people. Instant portraits can now be updated when updating or swapping gear sets. Wait. Okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but have they fixed the portraits? There's no way. Okay, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because this has been a problem for a long time. If the gear shown in a saved instant portrait differs from what you have equipped after updating or swapping gear sets, you can update your instant portrait via the displayed window. Adjust this setting by checking or unchecking use as instant portrait option in the edit portrait window. When this setting is checked, your instant portrait will not be updated automatically. It's not fixing the war breach breaks it, but it'll fix it from... It will not be fixing the way breach breaks it, but it'll fix for most people. Because the problem is, you make your instant portrait, and if you change job, it breaks it, and it goes back to default portrait, right? As somebody who never really edited their portrait, I never really understood. But now you can kind of set an automatic portrait that it defaults to, no matter what. So it kind of fixes it. And the following additions have been made to portraits. New accents have been added. Wow, they look beautiful. Oh my, look at this crystal-y one. It's the mother crystal portrait. I love the aesthetic of this one as well. Very Kugane. If you change gear without saving your gear set, then there's no portrait to link to, but that was the big way to break it. Oh, okay. And you now have new portrait accents for adventure plates. Ooh, wow, look at this. Wow, that's very colorful. The following additions and adjustments have been made to group pose. Wait, new stickers have been added. I need to open G-Pose. I just take screenshots, but you can add stickers. Certain newly added stickers and frames can be used after completing specific main scenario and Chronicles of New Era quests or after acquiring specific minions. Is this a new feature? Because I have never seen this before, but it could also just be that I haven't done too much G-posing. But this is awesome. So you can take a G-pose picture and then you can add in frames and stickers. That's very cool. I like the frames. This frame looks awesome. The patch logo frame has been updated with a patch 7.1 logo. When adjusting roll angle settings, camera tilt and panning are now tied to roll angle settings by default. Roll angle settings are now reflected when applying certain effects. Oh, this is a ninja ability. This is the ability that made me want to play ninja because it looked really cool. Certain motions can be recorded and repeating at set intervals while fishing. Oh, wait, this feature is only available when using group pose while resting as a fisher. So previously you couldn't G-pose as a fisher, could you? Whereas in 7.1, you now have the ability to do a group pose as a fisher. And certain motions can be recorded and repeated at set intervals while fishing. Ah, brilliant. Lots of people love fishing, don't they? So, yay. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the currency window. Currency categories are now switched via icons, and the currency category name is displayed on each tab. So let's get up what it looks like in game at the moment. Ooh. Ooh, so you get these little icons now. Ah. Okay, so they're kind of categorized better. See, they're categorized based on what they are, like what type of currency, which again is going to be a really, really big quality of life change for everyone, right? But also new players to kind of keep track of all the different currencies. I feel like that's one of the most overwhelming things in an MMO. Even in WoW, oh my gosh, I get so confused with all the different currencies. And I think having little categories will really help. The society's Dawntrail category has been added. Ah, there you go. So like you'll have a allied society tab, so you know that those currencies are for allied societies. So that's very good. The currencies added from Dawntrail onwards will be displayed under this category. The mentor renewal period has ended. Players who have not renewed their certification after release of patch 7.0 will no longer be mentors. However, they may be recertified provided they meet the current certification requirement. Wait, you have to be certified? A certified mentor? Why does that feel like an extra toxic layer of mentor? There's already a bad rep with mentors, but you're now a certified mentor. I'm making it worse. You have to renew your mentor license. Oi, do you have a license for that? Wow, that's so cool. That's how you get your crown. Oh, you're like a qualified mentor, certified mentor. Once you've fulfilled the updated requirements, speak to one of the smiths in Gridania, Limsa, Laminsa, Alda, or at the Hall of Novice in Western Lanosea and select Apply for Mentor Certification. Wow, I didn't know yet. I thought you just kind of did. I thought it was an achievement or something, which I'm sure is part of it, but I didn't know you had to be certified and you have to renew your license. That's so cool. That's like element of realism. I think it's very cool. The chat log now has chat bubbles. The chat log, it doesn't say that. The chat log can now be repositioned by dragging and dropping from either edge of the tab. Oh, okay, cool. So to be fair, that was something that was a bit clunky because I would, for the amount of times I would move like my event and it just pulls it out by its, oh, I've done it like that basically. You can just, I forget with general, you can use either sides. I think that would be a lot more intuitive for newer players. The following features will now also be applied to Bald Essien, Arsenal, Castrum Lactus Latore, and Dalrider when using the blacklist. If a blacklisted character is present, their name will be displayed as unknown, even if they are not a member of your party. Communications from blacklisted characters using say, yell, shout will display as a default message instead. Oh, okay. So previously, these areas or features didn't kind of implement the blacklist properly. So now it will be applied to these areas. Maybe don't put the blacklisted party in mind to begin with. Yeah, I suppose It's if you're in a party with somebody and somebody else in the party invites the person you've blacklisted, I suppose, in the occasions that happens. Or I don't know. The following text commands have been added. Attend. Water. Shake drink. Oh, okay. Oakley Coakley. Wait, are they emotes? It's like, it reads as an emote, but a text command is it an emote? Sorry, the usage of text commands is just throwing my brain a little bit. Okay, they're new emotes. All right. Sorry, my brain for a second just got thrown. So, because I was reading it like, this sounds like an emote. You sprinkle water over the ground. But like, what does it do? You type in water and then a text comes up saying, you sprinkle water over the ground. Could it not just be an emote? Okay, so you attend and you await your next orders. Motion, perform motion only. Both text and motion will be displayed when no subcommand is specified. So you can also you sprinkle water over the ground. Oh my gosh! Instead of sweeping dead bodies, you can sprinkle water over them and kind of bring them back to life. Or like wake somebody up from a nap. Yeah, that's less dark, isn't it? You can wake someone up and just throw water over them. And, oh wait, you can shake up a refreshing cocktail. Wait, this is an awesome emote. That's gonna be so good for anyone who's working a party or in a club and stuff. Yeah, that's so good, right? RP bartenders. Ah, rejoice, that's so cool. And then we have Oakley Googly, the proper Hanu Hanu greeting. Hell yeah. Da 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 da. Da na 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 na. Oh, very cool, very cool. The following options have been added to the character configuration menu. The following settings have been added. Character tab, enable tilt while moving. Okay, all the tilt options, which we know are coming into patch 7.1, character tilt. And the following options have been added to quest progression settings and general tab of control settings. So also hide nearby party members, and then also hide nearby party members. Yeah, because they're combining party members and friends. And the following options have been added to the system configuration menu. Resolution, giga resolution. And a duty option under the HUD layout menu will now be set to on by default. And the following adjustments have been made to the data center travel system. When selecting an unavailable destination, the reason the world cannot be visited will be displayed. Less than 2 minutes and less than 3 minutes have been added to increments to the estimated travel time prompt. All right, and additions have been made to the auto translation dictionary. Additions have been made to PlayStation 5, 4, and Xbox Series X autocomplete dictionaries. New trophies and achievements for PlayStation and Xbox. New music, sound effects, and voices have been added. The English voice dialogue in certain scenes has been adjusted. The English voiced dialogue in certain scenes has been adjusted. Huh, I wonder where the adjustments are or why they have adjustments. Interesting. Maybe they replaced some lines because either they wanted a different line delivery or they wanted it worded slightly different, maybe. It could have some sussy lore implications. Like, okay, they've added a new quest to Pandemonium. What if they changed a couple of lines in Pandemonium to kind of fit with the new direction? If there is a new direction, I don't know, I'm just cooking. Like, say there's like, they wanted to make something happen, they slightly adjust a couple of voice lines to kind of make it fit. Wooklamap says the wrong line in the MSQ at one point. She says the giants are from the wrong zone. Oh, okay, so I guess... Oh, right, okay, so I guess that's gonna change. Okay. And you're right, yeah, it wouldn't just be the English version if there were kind of lore changes or dialogue changes, but also the reason why I kind of defaulted to that, because no, it doesn't really, they don't really have translation issues. So that's, my brain was like, maybe something wasn't quite translated in an obvious enough way. Or I don't know. That was my line of thought. But okay, if there are a couple of mistakes in, let's say, Dawn Trial MSQ, then I guess they're being replaced. The following additions have been made to the character selection screen. Current data center name will be displayed. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Players can now change data center via the world selection window. The data center selection screen can now be reached by selecting the data center button added to the top of the world selection menu. Awesome. A prompt reminding players to create a backup has been added. The prompt is displayed if a backup has not been created over 90 days. The setting can be adjusted by checking or unchecking. Notify after a set time has elapsed since the last backup. I never back up anything. I'm the problem. Character settings can now be copied to a different character on the same service account device. Feature can be accessed and import character settings. Okay, a list of up to 8 recently logged in characters will be displayed from which you may import settings. If the character you wish to import settings from is not listed, you will first need to log in with that character. Yeah, okay, so it's only like the 8 recently logged in characters. So if it's a character that you want to copy, you need to make sure it's one of the 8 most recently logged in characters. Da da! Na 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 na. Da 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 da! The following settings can be copied. Oh! Oh, yes, this is one of the big changes coming to 7.1. The HUD layout can now be copied over from characters. So if you really, really enjoy the way that your UI looks on one character, you can copy it over to another. Yes. Like, look how wonderful this UI is. Perfect. Looks great. I can copy this masterpiece to another character, but that would involve having an alt, which I don't tend to do. This is a really, really good change. A lot of people have alts, obviously. A lot of people raid on multiple characters. So being able to copy over your HUD is massive. That's awesome. Or, you know, if people want to create the same character, like their main they raid on, but they also want to raid with another team, so they make, like, they want to copy the character over and have 2 characters, like 2 of the same character, because they can raid in 2 different raid teams, for example. Like, you can just copy everything over. It's great. The physical data center containing the selected logical data center is now displayed on the home world screen. The game logo and opening movie displayed when launching the game will now change according to player progression through the main scenario. Oh! So when I was going through my whole MSQ journey and when I started, I had the Endwalker opening screen the entire time, and I had to be really careful because if I left the opening screen on for too long, the trailer for Endwalker would start playing. And I remember I nearly got myself in so many sticky situations because, you know, you just naturally leave the loading title screen open, you go AFK or something, and the trailer would start playing and it was obviously massive spoilers. Yeah, I would always see the Endwalker screen. So that is actually such a good change, so you don't accidentally get spoiled by the trailer auto playing, which I'm sure you can turn off, right? But if you're a dummy new player like me, you're not gonna know how to do that. And you also I don't think the title screen spoils too much, but at least you can get the cozy feel of the expansion that you're in. Because I always had the Endwalker loading screen and I couldn't truly appreciate the loading screens of the previous expansions because they're awesome. I remember that day when we were getting excited for Dawn Trial, we went back and we watched all of the previous title screens. And you have some really epic ones. And I didn't get to experience them, obviously, because, you know, I was playing from Endwalker. But I think that's really cool if you're playing through the game and you're in Heavensward, you get the Heavensward loading screen, login screen, and it will update depending on what your expansion you're in. Wow. The game logo and opening movie displayed when launching the game will now change according to player progression through the main scenario. Oh, that is incredible. If multiple characters are present on the same service account, the setting will be determined by the character who has progressed furthest. Alright, when logging in after the release of patch 7.1, the game logo and opening movie are the most recent expansion you own will be displayed. The setting will take effect after logging in or out subsequently. Players could also choose to display the game logo. No way. an opening movie from a specific expansion upon launch. You can set your own login screen? No way! Oh my gosh, what a change. If you want to just have the Shadowbringers loading screen for a certain amount of time, you can. And then if you want to change it and have the Dawn Trail loading screen, you can. Oh, that is awesome. You can specifically choose to display the game logo and opening movie from a specific expansion upon launch. And the setting can be changed via the title screen displayed on launch under the other settings tab of the system configuration menu. Wow. You can only select from among us expansions you own for the platform you're currently playing on. A set title screen is displayed on free trial accounts. Never think about the free trials. All you hear about is the free trial. No respect for the free trialers. Justice. Wow. That is so cool.